everyone. I am going to make a video to show you how to make slime. Are you ready? Okay. We need first a few things. You are going to need white glue. School glue or Elmer's glue is what works best. We'll need a lot of that, like a cup. This is going to be the main base for your slime. So however much you use is going to be how much you get out of your recipe. We're going to start with a cup. If you want to double and do 2 cups, you can do that. But if you double the amount of glue, you're going to have to double the other ingredients as well. So you need white glue. You're also going to need some baking soda. We are going to use a tablespoon of baking soda. So if you were to do 1 cup of glue, 1 tablespoon of baking soda. If you do 2 cups of glue, you're going to do 2 tablespoons of baking soda. The other thing we're going to add is some, this is contact lens cleaner. This is just a generic brand. It was about $4. And the biggest thing about this is you want to look at the ingredients and make sure that it contains boric acid. And this one does. Let's see. Yes, right there. Boric acid. That's going to create the reaction that you want that will thicken your slime and make it less sticky. Finally, something that's optional is some glitter to decorate with, or food coloring. So anything you wanted to add to your slime to make it more fun, you will also need. So we're going to start by taking a cup of glue, and I have my little measuring cup right here. This is a dry measurement. The dry versus the wet doesn't really matter. I'm going to use this because it's plastic, and I feel like it'll be easier to clean since I'm going to put glue in it. But you could also use like a glass liquid measuring cup as well. Okay, so I'm going to take my cup. I'm just going to put it in here so it's nice and safe. This gets really messy. I recommend that parents supervise this activity, not because like any of the ingredients are necessarily like dangerous, like nothing's going to explode. But you don't want it in your mouth. You don't want it all over the place. It's going to be very, very, very hard to clean up if it gets out of control. So we're going to add a cup of glue. It's actually a lot of glue. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. If you bought like the small containers of glue, this might actually be the entire thing of glue. It might be more than just 1 container of glue that you would get for, say, going back to school. And I'm going to put it, my container's kind of big, so I'm going to try to put it in my corner. Okay. Let me just make sure I get all my glue out. Got my edges. Okay, so I got my glue in there. And now I'm going to add, I have some teaspoon and tablespoon measurements. I'm going to add a tablespoon, so that's the big one, of baking soda. When I measure, I want to make sure that I get a good measurement. So I'm going to try to scrape off, get a level top. It's kind of hard with this. There's probably a little bit more than I need on that spoon, and a little bit's going in there. You don't have to be exact, but this is really gonna affect the consistency. So get as close as you can get. I'm gonna add my baking soda in. And actually, I'm gonna use this again, so I'll keep that right there. And then I'm gonna mix my baking soda and my glue together. Okay. So mix it really well. The baking soda is only gonna make the glue a little bit thicker. There was a lot of glue, so the powder isn't going to thicken it as much as you would think. You'll see a little bit of a change, definitely. But it's not yet going to get that slime consistency. Okay, I'm mixing my glue well. And now, if I had food coloring that I wanted to add, this would be when you could add food coloring. You only need a drop or two. You really do not need a lot. Of course, food coloring usually comes in a 4-pack of like red, blue, yellow, and green. You could do any of those colors. You could combine a drop of red and yellow to make orange. You could combine a drop of blue and red to make purple. It's really up to you. If you mix them all together, you're gonna get brown, probably. You might want brown slime, that's fine. So that's mixed really well. I'm not adding my glitter yet. I'm gonna wait to add my glitter. So now I'm gonna add a tablespoon of this lens cleaner. And this is new, so it's gonna take me a minute to open it. Make sure there's no thing. Okay, so the same amount of baking soda you used, we're gonna use that amount of lens cleaner. I'm still mixing with a spoon, mostly because if I mix with my hands, it would be very sticky. Once we put this in, it should start to thicken up a lot. And after we kind of mix it, yeah, I can already see it. So I had my mixture in there, and if you look really closely, there it goes. It starts to get sticky and gooey like slime. Okay, so I'm gonna mix all of that in. It's gonna take a minute to mix it all in, but it already is. It already has that slime consistency. Scrape it off the bottom, make sure the glue gets incorporated. And now, since I have more of a slime consistency, I'm gonna start adding my glitter. Okay, add as much glitter as you want. This is gonna get all over your hands. If you use glitter, it gets everywhere. That's all you really gotta know. And I'm gonna stop using my spoon now, and I can use my hands. Okay, and we're gonna take the glue, and it's still really sticky. It's still like really sticking to my hands. So I'm just making sure I have all the lens cleaner that I would have gotten in there into the mixture. Yeah, it's really, we're just gonna knead it for a little bit. That incorporates it all in. And what should start happening is it should start taking anything that you have left on the sides off of the side of it. So the slime should stick to itself and attract itself. It should come right off the edges of your bowl that you are mixing. Now, this is still a little sticky. It's like sticking to my hands a little bit. If you wanted it to be less sticky, you can add more of the contact lens solution. I don't really, I think if I keep kneading it for a little bit, I'm not gonna need that, but I've decided I want more glitter. So I'm gonna add more glitter to mine because it really ate that glitter up. It's still pretty white. You can see the slime consistency. Oh yeah. Like I said, it's still kind of sticking to my hands a little bit, but like if I get it stuck to my hands, see how I have so much stuck on my hand? If I go like that, the slime itself should pick it right off of your hands. And that's the consistency that you want. Of course, like I said, I put glitter in my slime, so I'm gonna have glitter on my hands. And that's inevitable if you use glitter. It gets everywhere. Keep that in mind if you decide to put it in your slime. So now I have my slime with my glitter in it. It's pretty fun. And you can kind of mold things with it, almost like flubber. You can blow bubbles. Great, easy thing to make at home. It can be kind of messy, but it's a great sensory activity. It will keep you entertained for hours, whether you're a kid or an adult. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys make some slime and show me what you do. See you later.